Okay, good morning, ladies. So here we are. We're the week of Yesod. Yesod is connection and bonding. So I'd like to share with you some thoughts about Yesod. Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to share some thoughts about Yesod, and then we're going to meditate on the spirit of Yesod, which is, I'm going to show it to you, the rough. This is rough. Look, this is Yesod.
You? Is it
Ooh,
O? O.
listen, hod is also ooh, but this is shuruk. It's like two, ooh, but it's the hod is the three dots, and this is to every letter you add a vav with an ooh in it.
Oh,
So we'll talk about that soon before we meditate. So it's really interesting that many years ago, my husband had a commission to paint the 10 Sefirot. And that's how I met Sarah Yehudi. Chaya Sarah said, she said, "Oh, you need to learn about the Sefirot? Go to Sarah Yehudi." And so we learned this sefer called Share Ora by, his name is Geek Talia. I don't know, 16th or 17th century. So here's some of my notes on Yesod. It's really interesting. Yesod is the basis on which all the prior sefirot rest. Everything comes down into Yesod, and from Yesod, it comes into Malchut. It's the, it's the link between heaven and earth and the foundation of creation. It receives energy from the prior sefirot, and it fructifies everything below. It links the upper worlds and this world. And Yesod is the avenue of communication. So I'm going to go on with more from my notes, but I was thinking, what is the difference between Yesod, connection, intimate connection, and Dveikut, which is also connection? So I'm going to read you from Bayam Darkecha. 1 minute. Where did I put it? Okay. So he says like this, it's really interesting that, first of all, he says about Yesod that, um, that, that it's, okay, it's like a light that Hashem shines upon us, which helps us then to feel our connection to Hashem. And there's an oneg in it. There's a pleasure, like in the, we know that Yesod is intimate connection. So there's a pleasure in it. But he says the avodah of Yesod is to connect ourselves to Hashem with all our koach. Like we're using our koach to our energy to connect with tanug, with this feeling of pleasure, to be ne'aman alav, to like we are Hashem's faithful servants, and so that when he says that to be matzliach, even when we don't feel the dveikut. Okay, then he has a footnote. He says, hit kashrut, which is yesod, is a anaf, is a branch of dveikut. So we've talked a lot about, right, dveikut in past classes, right? This connection with Hashem, where he says you feel the light, and the light in dveikut, it spreads into your heart, and you really feel connected to Hashem. But he says heat kashrut connection. He says it's hargasha kitsara, when it's not spread, but it's a feeling, um, It's like I am connecting to Hashem. It's like even when you don't feel it, you have this koach of like, I'm going to connect. And further on, he says, like we all have memories of dveikut, like when we have like a really amazing meditation. So he says, like, when you're not in this place of like feeling it and in it, remember it. Yesod is also our zikaron. And by remembering that connection that we once had, and by wanting it, this helps us to connect to Hashem. So I just want to read you some more notes about Yesod. Well, today is the Chesed in Yesod. So it's like, it's like doing a kindness to someone by connecting to them. But I want to read you before I read you these other
Can
notes. I want
can
to
I
read.
say some, can
Sure,
I say
yeah.
something? The translation of Yesod is foundation, base.
Foundation.
That's ground, So I think that that's important to recognize that that's what
Right.
it
It's our
is.
foundation. It's really our foundation.
Base.
That's why I think this week is so important. It's pulling together all the different aspects of Sfira Omer. So I looked at this Sefer. I really recommend everyone to buy it. It's by Rav Daniel Frisch. He's the one who wrote the commentary on the Zohar. And I've talked about it many times. It's in Hebrew. It's like you won't understand everything that he says. Some of it is complicated, but from every day that he goes through, you'll get something. Three things ben adam l'makom, three things ben adam lechavero, parts of the body. So I looked at Yesod of Yesod because that's like, and I found this beautiful thing. Listen to this. This is ben adam lechavero. Yishtadel ma'od laharbot sason v'simcha. Sasan v'simcha has its roots in Yesod. B'shira v'zimra, and song and praise is also part of Yesod. B'kedusha utahara, in holiness and in purity, which are also aspects of Yesod. I mean, Kedusha and Tahara, that's why Yesod is really connected to sexuality and to like this intimate connection of knowing. And we really want to come to this place also in our meditation. So today we're going to meditate on the you and the who and the vu and the who. But he also brings down in Biyam Darkecha that also that another way that we can meditate is like when you're not like feeling so connected to Hashem, you're not in the place of Dveikut, just keep saying over and over and over again, Enod Milvado. I mean, that's why he's talking about sometimes you need to like muster up your energy when you're not feeling connection by meditating on Hashem, by speaking to Hashem, by saying Enod Milvado. Okay, so Um, yeah. So I just want to say, listen, this is so beautiful. Yesod is connected to the rainbow because the rainbow is an oath. I mean, Yesod is oath. It's Brit Milah. It's the Brit. It's Shabbat. Yesod is Shabbat, right? Shabbat is like really the foundation of the week. It's compared to a rainbow, which is like an archer's bow shooting its arrows at Malchut, which means next week, now everything is going to come back down into Malchut. Okay, it has a lot of stuff. Okay, it's also about like connecting ourselves to a tzaddik, right? Yesod is tzaddik. And it's like, it's really interesting, like, from the Baal Shem Tov, also Rav Daniel Katz, a lot of times in his meditation, he kashrut to a tzaddik. So before you pray, before you do a mitzvah, the Baal Shem Tov says meditation is also a mitzvah, right? And within meditation is the mitzvah of dveikut, the mitzvah of loving Hashem, of fearing Hashem, right? So before you do a mitzvah, the Baal Shem Tov says, connect yourself to tzaddikim, those who are alive or those who are not alive. And so part of our avoda this week is, connecting to a tzaddik and connecting to a tzaddik or to tzaddikim the Baal Shem Tov says, is the mitzvah, v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, because we connect ourselves to all Klal Yisrael. Now let's do it before we meditate. Connect ourselves to all Klal Yisrael. Connect ourselves to all the hostages, to all the soldiers. Just connect ourselves to all who know, to all the tzaddikim. And just for a moment, pick a tzaddik that you feel really connected to. And then before you meditate, right, connect yourself to that tzaddik. How would the Lubavitcher Rebbe meditate? How would he pray? Sometimes when I'm praying, I go, wow, how would the Baal Shem Tov have prayed this? It's very powerful, like really to connect yourself to tzaddikim. And that's also an avada of Yesod. So I have a lot of notes about Yesod. But to come back into our meditation.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something about that?
Yeah.
So I just find that I started someone else's house. I didn't make this up. That I'd light a bowl of oil and I put in wicks, and I have one for Baal Shem Tov and Rav Nachman and Rav Elimelech. But anyway, so I light 3 wicks and I do like kavod them and aliyah neshama them, and I give a little bit of tzedakah, and that way I feel like I'm connecting myself like the way I know, through action more than through thought. Like it's my intention, and that action helps me to stay focused on that intention. And I saw that at someone else's house. So
it's very beautiful. I mean, every morning I light a candle, I give tzedakah. I say all the names of the hostages and say a parak of Tehillim.
Wow.
And I have a list of people that I daven for. I light another candle, I give tzedakah and say another parak of Tehillim. So, and Chaya Sarah has a practice of lighting candles for tzaddikim, giving tzedakah, and then praying. It's very powerful to ground your tefillah into an action. So I would really encourage everyone this week, light a candle, give tzedakah, connect to a tzaddik, and then do whatever your practice is. Say a parak of Tehillim, or just daven or meditate, whatever you're going to do. Okay, so I want to bring it down into practicality for meditation, Yesod. So one thing about Yesod is, like what in Usvartan Lechem, the Rav said, if you think of all the chesed that Hashem has given you, like think of it. Hashem has given us this group. Hashem has given us the group, this gift of being able to connect through meditation, through Torah, through prayer, and all these things purify us. Yesod is purification, right? This is really a week of purification in everything that we do, in our eating, in our doing, really to really have this in mind. Okay, so I just want to talk about, I'm sorry it's so rough, right? It's you and who and vu and who. Okay, so unlike Dveikut, which is Tiferet, it's yo and ho and vo and ho. We're like really connecting upwards. But the vav is the vav chibur. We're adding a vav, which is connection, right? Vav is the letter of connection. It connects heaven and earth, and it brings blessings from above to below. I just want to read you. It's a lovely book by Rav Benji Elson. And this is what he says about our tziruf. Okay. Okay. He says, Yesod does more than just hold and connect parts and opposites. That's Tiferet. Which is, okay, he said that the more mature form of Tiferet is Yesod's Shurik, the U sound. Um, it moves down to next to it, representing the ability and desire to channel that connective energy outwards into the world, to positively impacting it with new energies and creations. So, I was thinking when we're meditating, we're bringing down light, and then that ooh is like we're bringing it out, we're bringing it out into the world. Like, I remember once when I was turning my Eastern meditation into Jewish meditation, I remember a rabbi once said to us, we're meditating not only for ourselves to lift ourselves up, but we're really meditating in order to lift the world up. And I think that's the power of Yesod. We're bringing down energy and we're connecting it, we're sending it out with the you and the who and the vu and the who. Okay. Does anyone want to add anything about meditation, about Yesod?
I just wanted to say I just had a thought at the beginning when you said that with our passion and it's like with our love, it's like I don't know, I was just relating to when you want to just express your love to somebody, it's like all that part, writing letters, doing things for that they would love to do, just that action of that loving, passionate expression,
Right,
so,
right,
I don't know.
right. That's beautiful. And that's really the power of today, the chesed and Yesod.
You know what came into my mind?
Yeah,
That the U, there's a dot, a nekuda, a vav, right straight, the connection, like you were saying, heaven to earth. And then in the middle, there's a dot. And I'm thinking, human being, we have this, the belly button, which is the umbilical cord connected to our mothers, or to that's the Yesod, and that's like I'm thinking in my mind, it's like a connection to Kadosh Baruch Hu. This is like our umbilical cord to being connected with Hashem. I mean, it just came to my mind when you went ooh, and I'm thinking, ooh, this is like the middle.
right.
Anyway,
That's so
just a thought.
beautiful.
Just a thought.
It's a beautiful thought. It's a beautiful, beautiful thought. Oh gosh. Okay, so let's meditate. So I invite you all just to close your eyes and just take a moment and just feel your body being supported by the chair that you're sitting on. Just take a moment, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Maybe bring the breath all the way down to your so deep breath. And deep, slow exhale. And we're just going to continue breathing slowly. Just by connecting, which is Yesod, connecting all our being to our breathing, to our breath. Enod milvado. There's nothing else but the breath that I'm breathing in and the breath that I'm breathing out. And as you breathe, just feel Or Chadash, new light, new energy entering into every cell of your body. And as you exhale, just releasing anything that needs to be released from your body. Any tension, constriction. long, slow, deep breaths. There's nothing else that exists right now but this delicious breath that you're breathing deep, deep down into your belly, into your yesod. And then as you exhale, return the energy back to Hashem, back to source. Now, the Kabbalists of Sfat talked a lot about the light of the Shekhinah being above your head. And they called their group Sukkot Shalom with the Ari and the Ramak, Sukkot Shalom, that above your head is this light, the light of the divine presence. And now, as you breathe, just imagine how this light, the light of the divine presence, which is above you, you breathe it now into every cell of your body, all the way down to your yesod. And as you exhale, you return the breath back up to its source above your head. And as you're breathing, just imagine how your body is becoming a kisei, a kli, a vessel, and an instrument to receive the light of the Shekhinah, which is above your head. And perhaps in order to do that, we're going to take a quick shower of light. So just imagine this beautiful light of the Shekhinah above your head. The Kabbalists say that it has a blue tones to the light above your head. It's a quiet and peaceful light. Yesod is peace, shalem, quiet. And now just imagine how this light now moves down to the crown of your head and into your face. And as the light moves into your face, feel how all the muscles around your mouth are relaxing, letting go. Rest your tongue on the bottom of your mouth and just feel this quiet, gentle, peaceful light in your face, purifying your face as it moves down into your neck and into your throat. Just imagine and sense and feel this peaceful, quiet, blue light in your throat, your neck. Just imagine that your throat and neck are opening and widening as this gentle light touches your shoulders and you let your shoulders relax. as the light moves down your arms into your hands. And feel this gentle, quiet light in your heart, bathing your heart with quietness and stillness. As the light moves all the way down into your foundation, into your Yesod, and feel how all your inner organs are bathed with a quiet, peaceful, still light. And then it moves down your legs, your knees, all the way down to the bottom of your feet. And then just imagine this shower of light, like you're in a shower, and there's this gentle light all around you. Being in a shower changes your aura. So just feel how your aura is opening and expanding to the light that's all around you. This light now is surrounding you on all sides. And just take a moment uh, to feel this light. Oh my God, we have cats in the roof of our house. Oh boy. Okay. Feel this light spreading all around you on all sides so that you're on a sukkah of peace. Peace is Yesod. Shalom. You're in a sukkah, Sukkot Shel Shalom. And feel how you're connected to the light. And you're bonding with the light. And you feel hidden in the light. Everything is just light all around you, within you. And the Baal Shem Tov says that in this light, he says, Yagir b'va'adah, which is you sense the sense of simcha in this holy sukkah of peace. There's a sense of simcha because connection brings shalom and brings simcha. So in this place of expanded consciousness, of dat rechava, we're going to meditate for 15 minutes on Hashem's holy name of you, who, and vu, who. Just take a moment and imagine Hashem's holy name with this voweling, the you, who, and vu, and who. The Baal Shem Tov talks about when we join one letter to another letter to another letter, it gives great pleasure to the letters and it gives us pleasure. So just imagine and see these letters, the you and the who and the vu and the who and the vibration now. You could hear it in your mind's ear. The you and who and vu and who. And if your mind wanders, from the you and the who and the vu and the who. You can breathe it. Breathe the you. Inhale it, you and who and vu and who, and exhale, you and who and vu and who. Or else you can just meditate on Enod Milvado. Just say it quietly to yourself. Enod Milvado. There is nothing else right now but you, who, and vu, and who. So we're going to meditate now for 15 minutes. So just sense and feel the vibration of the you, who, and who, and who. And we're going to connect ourselves, all of us together, to each other and send this energy to the hostages. We're going to connect. If you know any of their names, any of their faces, just visualize and say their names. And we're going to send that energy, the energy of light, the energy of healing, energy of hope, the energy of love. And we're going to connect with the hostages and send them energy. So that the vibration of our meditation will enter their hearts and fill them with hope, with a prayer that they be released soon. And just breathe out slowly one time. And now anyone that you're praying for, anyone who needs a refuah, just see that person and connect with them and send them healing energy and pray for them. And breathe out slowly one time to the soldiers, any names that you've been praying for, any faces of wounded soldiers. We're going to send them the energy of the you and the who and the who and the who and pray for their healing. And breathe out slowly one time. And from this place of deep connection with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, let's take 2 minutes and just go deep, deep into your kishkas. What are you wanting? What are you needing? What are you praying for to become a pure vessel for Hashem's light? And breathe out slowly one time. And finally, Yesod is Geula. So let's just pray for a moment for Geula, for the ingathering of all the exiles. Everyone should return to Eretz Yisrael. We should have the third Beit HaMikdash. Mashiach should come. Yesod is Geula. So let's just pray for a moment. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And just really call out to Hashem. And then finally, let's just pray for tzaddikim to be in our life, to have righteous leaders. Let's just pray for a moment for righteous leaders. And then breathe out slowly one time, and we're just going to spend now 3 minutes in chash. We're just going to get really quiet. Just really quiet in a place of total surrender. Breathe out slowly one time. Feel how your body is supported by the chair that you're sitting on. And take 3 slow, deep breaths. And then when you're ready, just slowly, slowly open your eyes and just focus on something in your room. The light coming through the window, a plant, a color. And just feel how you're ready to go into the day with greater yesod, with greater connection, with greater simcha, and with a sense of purity, how the meditation has purified us so that we can serve Hashem better.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mira.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Hmm.
I'd like to share.
I don't hear you so well. Could you turn your
Honey, how is it right now?
better?
Yeah, okay. I tell you, what I felt with this meditation felt very grounded. It was such a grounding. I've never experienced that. So I was thinking about it, most of your life we're kind of head heavy because we're in our thinking. So when things happen in our lives, it's easy to go off center, and it's harder. So I said, what, that's a wonderful way for me when I feel off center to do that, to center myself,
Right,
So it was so helpful, because sometimes that's what, we're always in our heads.
right,
And then it's hard to come back to center when you're in your head.
right.
But that could be a wonderful meditation when I'm off center to do that, because then it completely centered me.
Baruch Hashem. So we wanted this week really center deep down, right? Center, we can bring that you and who and va and vu and who all the way down. Like just keep
Totally. I
being
felt
connected to our
I felt so grounded.
right. Yesod is grounding. Bezrat Hashem.
But thank you so much. That was so special. Yeah.
Thank you, Rivka. Leah, how are you feeling?
Baruch Hashem, la'at la'at, slowly, slowly.
Slowly,
I'm
slowly.
starting to feel better. Thank you.
Oh, Baruch Hashem. Baruch
Thank
Hashem.
you.
But you're still taking it slow, right?
Very,
Oh, good.
very.
Does anyone else want to share anything?
That's great.
Yafa.
Agabe what Rivka was saying, when the meditation began, I felt really scattered. And then I don't know, it just went into this place like Yesod energetically is Makom Habrit. It's like the pelvic floor.
Right.
The pelvic floor holds everything. And somehow I focused on that place in my body and the oneness, like there's innate oneness or the potential for oneness. And as I stayed with that, and Mary, I wanted to ask, like, it's the same sound, even though it's different nikudot. It's the 3 slanted dots, which is U, and then it's the vav with the dot, which is also U.
Right.
And I stayed with that and somehow connecting to myself. And then somehow it just blossomed and I felt much more connection all around me. And I was thinking, you can't really connect until you connect to yourself. Like it's connecting to ourselves, connecting to Hashem, connecting to others. But focusing on that part of the body and the innate oneness and the purity helped open it up for me. A
Beautiful.
solid grounding was really chazak.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Chazak.
I was just going to add, it's really in the same vein with what Rivka and Yafa said. Somehow that ooh sound, it was very easy to get into the quiet space. I didn't feel like I was working to get to something. I felt like I dropped into it and it was strong, comforting, like I guess that's the whole grounding sensation. But it was a very welcome spot. It was really a very comforting place. It was beautiful.
Good. So we should keep practicing it this week. Next week is Malchut, which is no vowels. Right? Malchut is just receiving. But I just wanted to say another thing about lighting candles because Chaya Sarah brought it up. I think also I light candles for Rufu and for the soldiers and Chaya Sarah for tzaddikim, but I've started doing something for myself. I'm like very stuck in writing my book about meditation. And so I've written out a prayer of like, please Hashem. It's like 3 paragraphs that was inspired by Sarah Yehudit. I light a candle, I give tzedakah, and I say my prayer to be able to write my book. So I think it is also okay, light a candle for yourself this week in a sense of like, what do you need to do to be like a vessel to bring Hashem's light into the world? Like, is there anywhere that you're stuck, that you need help? Like, I've kind of made this up for myself, but it feels good. Like, it's okay. I can light a candle for me and ask Hashem to help me to do what I want to do. So I'm just wanted to share that with you.
Very powerful.
If there's anywhere in your life that you really want to connect more, manifest more, heal more, whatever it is, write out a prayer and try it. Light a candle, say your name, give tzedakah, ask tzaddikim, connect to tzaddikim, right? And say your prayer.
Great. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. That is
Thank
really-
you. Thank you.
Okay, ladies, have a good foundation week.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Ezrat Hashem.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Lots
you.
of love.
Mayara,
Thank
can you
you.
also
Yeah.
put on the, take a picture of the sefer that you were talking about? The one, not Benji Elson's, but the other one?
Uspartem Lechem, the Hebrew one?
Yeah, the Hebrew one. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can
I'll
you
send
take a
up.
picture of that?
It's
I wanna
such a
give it to
great
my
it's such a
son.
great book.
Yeah, so I want to try to get that.
Yeah, it's a good book to have.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll take a sec picture. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, ladies. Have a good week.
Bye.
Lots of love.